Hi, my name is Gabrielle Fruget, and this is week 6 video recording. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Earlier we were talking about some problems that you would like to address for your overall treatment during this process, and I wrote them down, and I'm just gonna go through them and just make sure that I have it right.
Okay.
So the first thing that you would like to work on is the anger from your divorce.
Yes.
And you also said that you would like to increase your self-esteem and perhaps work on some career development tools. And you would like to work on becoming independent again.
Yes.
Okay, so under each of these, I'll just call them problems for lack of a better word.
Okay.
I'd like to come up with at least 2 goals for each on how we can achieve that.
Okay.
And I'd like to have your input so that you can be part of the process.
Okay.
So as far as anger about the divorce, what kind of steps do you think that we can take to help you work on your anger?
Well, I think I need to. My anger is mostly. I don't. Anger is such a strong word. I think bitterness is probably a better
You want to say
description.
bitterness? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I originally said anger because I'm still mad at him,
Mhm.
but I'm also in the phase where I'm trying to not be mad at him. Like, because the only time I really get angry is when we start yelling at each other on the phone.
Mhm.
So, you know,
So maybe that could be a goal. Maybe trying to develop ways to talk to him on the phone so that you don't get
Blow up.
upset or blow up.
Mhm.
Maybe some different ways we could discuss that.
yeah, just different ways I can respond to his ridiculousness.
Okay. And what about another goal?
Well, I'd like to be able to just not forget it ever happened, but you know, just be at peace with it.
Be at peace.
Yeah.
And when you say peace,
I mean, like I want to get to the point where I don't wish none of this ever happened.
okay. Sounds like a good one. Okay, now as far as increasing your self-esteem,
Well, I think everybody has a problem with that, but I guess part of me still feels like maybe the reason our marriage didn't work out was because I wasn't good enough for him, you know? And I know that sounds so cliche or whatever, but you can't help but feel that way, especially when we started out being so in love and you
so
know.
would you say that you felt as though you weren't worthy enough for him to stay,
Not
or that
I
somebody
don't
was
think
better?
I don't think worthy is the right word. I feel like like maybe I put on too much weight, or maybe I stopped letting him know how much I thought he was sexy, or you know, I guess. I mean, even just having kids, I guess it's bound to happen that I just don't feel as sexy as I used to.
Hmm.
But I'd like to have that confidence back.
So maybe to feel good about your appearance again.
Yes.
And what other kind of things do you think of whenever you think of self-esteem for you?
Well, part of me wonders how I could have been a better wife. Like, if it was my fault that he wandered off,
Mhm.
like, what part of my wifeness, or whatever you want to call it, you know, what part of that failed? Like, what was I doing wrong to.
Okay, so maybe you want to explore maybe some of your own attitudes and
Yeah.
things about maybe how you talk or
Yeah.
how you approach situations.
Yeah. I guess that goes back to responses also. I mean,
Yeah, it kind of all goes together if you think about it.
yeah.
Okay, now career development. What kinds of, I guess, how do you think I could help you as far as career? Are
Well,
you?
I guess because I don't have any experience, I don't have any background in anything really.
Hmm.
I just need help knowing that I can do something. Like I know I'm going to school and eventually I'll be able to have a piece of paper that says I can do something, but
Hmm.
I guess that ties into the self-esteem thing because I've, been quote unquote unemployed for all these years. You
So, do
know,
you think that if you had a higher self esteem, that you would be more likely to pursue a career that you liked?
yeah, I think I'd be more confident about it and I would feel like there was at least a small chance of me being successful.
Hmm. Okay. Are you willing to do like maybe some kind of outside research on the different schools that are available, and maybe one day we can jot down some ideas about different classes that you want to take, and maybe you can do a little bit of research on the internet about the local schools.
Yeah, well, I've
To,
done a little bit of research
hmm.
on the schools, and I've pretty much narrowed it down to the community college
Okay.
in town. The only thing is I still haven't picked out the classes that I feel like I would be interested in. But then the lady I spoke to there said that there were some basic classes I would have to go through first anyway. So
Okay.
she said I had time to try and figure out my um, interests. You know.
Okay. Well, maybe that's something that we can come back to once we start working on the self-esteem, and we can come to the career development, because maybe that might just kind of fall into place.
Okay.
Okay, and your next problem is becoming independent again. What, when you think of independence for yourself, what do you think?
I think of me and my kids living in a house by ourselves, not with my parents. And I've got a job that allows me to pay all the bills and provide for my kids and
Hmm.
without any external help. I mean, I know help is going to be necessary at some point, but like I'm getting it now, but eventually I would like to be completely on my own where I can provide for me and my kids.
Hmm. Okay. And becoming independent, what do you think that would do for you?
Well, it would let me know that I am uh, a good mom. It would let me know that I'm good enough. If I can if I can be successful at being a single parent, then I mean that would probably almost cure my self-esteem issues. I don't know.
Okay, I think that sounds good. So I think next time we meet, a good place to start would be on your bitterness about the divorce and um, your self esteem. I think starting on those will, we can see where we're at in a few weeks, and then explore career and becoming independent again.
Okay.
Okay, so how about next week we meet again, and I'd like you to make a um, maybe a list of, or maybe write out a dialogue of how a conversation with you and your ex-husband would be on the phone,
Okay.
because I'd like to kind of hear how you know you two respond to each other, and we can go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.